Well, the big news also coming in on the resumption of train services. Indian Railways has now decided to initiate 15 pairs of trains that will now take off, and the bookings for these trains are open online. There will be no platform booking of tickets. Everything in terms of booking will happen online from 4 p.m. onwards today, and it will only be available through the IRCTC website. These trains will run as special trains from New Delhi station, connecting 15 cities, and the cities are Patna, Bhubaneswar, Secunderabad, Bengaluru and Chennai, among others. So all the major cities, 15 cities identified to be connected from Delhi, as decided by the Indian Railways, is the first step of opening up the trains. Remember, passenger services have been suspended throughout the country after the national lockdown was imposed on the 25th of March. But now there is a graded and gradual reopening that will happen, initially with 15 trains starting operations. Railway protocol for these train services have also been announced. So 15 trains, like I said, will resume operation initially. The trains will run as special trains from Delhi to 15 destinations. The trains will connect these 15 cities to the national capital, and more special trains will also resume. These trains, in fact, initially will all operate as special trains. They will not follow the original or the regular pattern that used to be there before the lockdown. These will follow its specific routes, very well defined under the special trains category. Bookings for reservation will start from 4 p.m. today. Bookings only available on the IRCTC website. There will be no bookings on the platforms. Ticket booking at counters will remain completely shut. Face masks and screening will be mandatory for passengers at departure. Only people without symptoms will be allowed to board these trains. Neha Kulkarni joining me on the phone line, joining me live with more inputs on this story. So Neha, we have to understand the protocol really. Who is allowed to board these trains? How will the government go through these, will do the screening process really? And which is the competent authority assigned for this job?
Absolutely, Afrida. As you mentioned clearly, first of all, it is a big announcement coming in from the Indian Railways. It will be a huge booster for all of those passengers who are stuck and would be wanting to travel within the country. Having said that, we understand that the Railways has announced only trains on select routes connecting New Delhi to 15 other railway stations in the country. So how it is going to be planned, what will be the frequency of these trains, will also have to be something that would be understood. Now, having said that, the Railways clearly mentioned that only and only asymptomatic passengers will be allowed to travel in the train. They will be tested for COVID-19. There will be a thermal screening done of all the passengers before they enter the trains at the railway stations itself, and those without any symptoms will only be allowed to travel in the train. Now, IRCTC will only be the portal that will be taking the booking for these trains, and when the booking will be done, no wait list obviously will be allowed. Considering the social distancing norms have to be followed, it will also have to be made clear that how many passengers will be allowed per coach. We are hearing that AC types of trains will be available here, and only booking online, that is on IRCTC website, will be allowed. Now, Afrida, we understand that Railways has its own security forces. It has the RPF, the Railway Protection Forces, and in Maharashtra, the GRP is also functional. So we understand that these corps will also be put to use to ensure that how the social distancing will be maintained at the railway station, what kind of checking will happen to ensure that only bona fide passengers sit inside the train, and especially how the social distancing norms will be carried out when the bookings are open, because the trains are going to start from 12th of May as announced by the Railway Ministry.
Right, so 15 pairs of trains, which would mean 30 return journeys connecting the capital city to all the major destinations in the north, west, east and south areas of the country. So that's the big news, and the first train, of course, will start from tomorrow. Bookings are open from 4 p.m. today. Thanks, Neha, for joining us.